Hey, what's up,
Javon?
man? What's up, Mo? It's good to see you, man.
Good to see you too.
Yeah, what's up, man? Come on in, come on in. What is going on, guys? It is your boy, Goji Boy. Bandana Man is actually out right now for vacation. If you're wondering who I have here, I'm here with my friend, Mr. Mo Ramos. And you should check out his channel, That Guy Mo.
Hello guys, I'm That Guy Mo. Come follow me on my YouTube channel. I post I don't really post right now, but I'm gonna post later on. I have high school vlogs there, just any kind of random vlogs. And I would just like to thank Reaper Production Studios here for inviting me to his vlog. It's been an honor.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is not a normal vlog. This is going to be a new series on my channel called Pass the Vlog.
Pass the vlog.
Every now and then I'm going to be bringing guests in, Guam YouTubers, to come into this show, and then we're going to talk about any topics that come to mind. And today, we're going to be talking about binge watching. Binge watching, binge watching. For those of you who have been living under a rock, my definition of binge watching is watching a TV show on a streaming service for a long period of time, watching multiple episodes per day. I'd say once you're hitting 3 episodes per day, that's considered binge watching.
Binge watching, Jalon, is when you just lay on your bed all the time and just watching the favorite movie that you like and just staying there, just holed up in your own little world and, you know, not interacting with the outside world.
Yeah.
So,
it's an introvert's dream, binge watching all their favorite shows.
my dream. No, just kidding.
We're gonna talk about a little bit some of the shows that I've binge watched. We're gonna talk about some of the shows that he's binge watched. One show that I've definitely binge watched is the Marvel Netflix series Daredevil, Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, Iron Fist, and Punisher, along with the Defenders. Those are all shows that I've binge watched at least once. If I know I'm in like the last few episodes, it's like I might as well finish this.
Okay, so myself, I don't really consider myself a binge watcher, but there are a few shows that I've binge watched. One example is The Office, because it's really, really good. You can just see everything in the characters that just makes you want to watch from the start to the beginning, from start to the end. Did I just say from the beginning?
Yeah.
From start to the end, and you just really want to get into that momentum of finishing the show, because you can't wait to finish, or you can't wait to see what happens next.
And speaking of shows like that, I've also binge watched Parks and Recreation, Brooklyn Nine-Nine. It's not on Netflix, but it is on Hulu. You gotta give Hulu some love. They have some shows that Netflix doesn't have. What about American Horror Story? You talk about that a lot.
Now that you brought it, yes, American Horror Story. I've actually watched that show. Actually, the first season, I watched it in one sitting. 10 episodes each, so like 10 hours, and it's really crazy how you can really go way and beyond just watching that show, because, you know, it's a horror story. I don't think anyone can watch horror stories right off the bat, but for me, in terms of binge watching, I go on and off, because I would say I'm not completely, but I'm a really busy person. So it's just HS, The Office, and then there's quite a few shows that I've watched before that I binge watched, but I'm not sure if I quite remember. But
I'm currently watching You. I'm not exactly binge watching it, but I do watch a couple episodes per day.
Yes, that one's pretty good.
I'm not watching You. I'm watching the show called You.
Oh wow! Damn! I didn't. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Would you consider one to be binge watching movies if it's just like a 3-hour, or not 3-hour, 2-hour length film?
Man, that's a tough question, because like when you're
I'm taking control of this channel.
I don't know, man.
Because like, I think we associate binge watching with seasons, with movies.
Yeah, but then
episodes,
when it comes to movies, it's a tougher question, because technically movies are still shorter than TV shows, because they're all consolidated into one film. Let's say Avengers, for example, like you could consider like that 2-hour long movie. It could be like one season. Movies are just naturally shorter than watching TV shows. Like, you binge watch 10 episodes, it's like 10 hours or even 11 hours worth of your time that you just watch.
But when you hear the word binge watch, what's the first thing that comes to your mind? Movies or seasons?
It's a TV show seasons that's not the first thing that comes to my mind.
Yeah.
You're watching consecutive episodes, and then usually some episodes are supposed to be ending on a cliffhanger. When I was a kid, we would watch an episode and then it would have a cliffhanger, and then now you have to wait another week for it. That's exactly what I did for The Walking Dead.
One thing that I binge watch all the Marvel movies in order. I know they're not in order by year, but there's actually a site online that tells you when the order comes from. So Yeah, so
I wanted to bring up this one topic. One time I've experimented with binge watching, which is what kind of brought up this idea in my head to do this vlog. I was watching Wu-Tang and American Saga, and if you don't know what that show is, or if you don't even know what Wu-Tang is, this show is about the formation of the Wu-Tang Clan and their early days, going back to as early as when RZA was actually Prince Rakim. Ghostface Killah and Raekwon used to have beef with each other.
I know you corrected me earlier, but Wu-Tang is actually a band, right?
It's a rap group. Consisted of 9 members.
Yes.
Currently 9 members. There was one past member. His name was Old Dirty Bastard, and he passed away in 2004. But he was like one of the major members in Wu-Tang Clan back then. I watched Wu-Tang and American Saga in one day. It was 10 episodes long. I don't know what got into me at that time, but I was really invested in the story.
How many episodes?
10.
10?
No, I watched the whole thing. Yeah, it was 10 episodes long. I watched it up until like 3 in the morning. I was really interested in how they came together. It is executively produced by RZA and Method Man, two of the members from the original Wu-Tang Clan. It doesn't have all the members though. U-God is not in it, and Master Killer has like a brief cameo. I think Capadon is in it for a little bit. I know you don't know these rappers, but they're huge in New York, and they brought in some new light for Staten Island. Anyways, like I watched it a second time with 1 episode per day. When I did that, I was able to absorb a lot more and catch on some parts that I missed. Like for example, I didn't know like the film reels that they have was actually weed.
Damn.
Yeah, I don't know if this is based on fact or not on the show, but they were basically buying film rolls. Old Dirty Bastard, or ODB, got some rolls from this girl from Liberty Island, where the Statue of Liberty is at. They worked there, and then he got some film rolls, quote unquote, and then it turns out it was weed. It was funny because like the exchange was like, you don't even have a camera, and why you have film rolls? And it turns out it's not film rolls.
You're not.
RZA, if you're watching this, please give us a second season, man. But yeah, I was able to absorb so much more. I wanted to make this video because I think there's some disadvantages with binge watching. I think like there's things that you could miss, and then there's
like those little Easter eggs. Bottom line is, when you watch a series from instead of binge watching it and you're able to like absorb most of, because all of your main focus is on there. Because when you binge watch, you're trying to get the gist of what's gonna happen next. You just want to like satisfy like your desires to watch this medium, and if you binge watch, you're just not able to fully absorb everything. But I know there's some people that can read a book just by glancing through it. I think the same that also goes for watching movies and such. Like what she said with Wu-Tang, if you go through it episode per day, you'll be able to absorb most of it. I watched The Office, and I think that's like the only show that I remember binge watching. I remember just staying up late at night eating bowls of cereal. I would start at 6 a.m. in the morning, then I would end exactly 6 a.m. in the morning the following. I remember going 2 to 4 seasons every day, because the episodes are relatively short, and I remember just my mom yelling at me from her room, just telling me to go to sleep. It's really crazy when Michael does some crazy shit, you know? Neighbors are sleeping and you're here laughing your freaking minds off. At that moment, I remember feeling like I just wanted to know, is Pam and Jim gonna have that relationship? Is Dwight?
Ooh, that has me on my toes too.
I think, yeah, Angela and Dwight, oh man.
Craziest character arc in my
Sorry, just everything flashed back in my head. They had the best character development in there. It's because they kind of had like an on and off switch, you know? They would like push away, they would go back. So I kind of like that. They're just weird, but you know, they're weird in that show. But for me, I really love the character development. Season 7 just broke me completely, and I remember just watching that like around 4 a.m. in the morning. I was just crying my balls. Crying. Did I say? Oh,
crying my balls
I was just bawling my eyes. That's what I meant to say.
Yeah, bawling your eyes out, man.
Oh my god. The effect of binge watching had on me, it somehow helped me absorb the entire series, but I really didn't get the gist of everything, because I remember Creed having some side comments. I didn't catch that.
The side comics are the best.
Yeah, so I didn't catch that. Pam also had a few side comments which I didn't really catch. So this year, 2020. Oh wait, isn't it removed already?
No, it's removing in 2021. So you have one more year.
Screw you, Netflix. Why?
I think it'll still be on Hulu though. So if you have Hulu, you're safe. Binge watching is a luxury that we have nowadays, and technology is growing. Most of the people who are watching this, I reckon, are kids that have grown up on waiting for a week to watch their show when it comes out, like The Walking Dead.
And I think in our generation, I think we're the last generation to actually have a childhood where we had to spend most of our fun outside. Because I know some cousins that I have, younger cousins that I have, they're actually inside, you know, doing stuff. And I think that's their form of entertainment right now. It's just crazy how the world's evolving.
It's kind of a tragedy that kids are just staying inside and just on Netflix.
Everything just went down the drain.
I mean, if your kid's like doing sports, that's totally fine. Then if you're just holed up inside, I think that's like you have your form of entertainment, but at the same time, you're gonna end up being lethargic when you grow up. Well, that's just my lecture for it, but you know, it is a luxury, but it can also be a curse at the same time.
Binge watching is okay. It really depends on the person. It depends on your interests. It depends on what you like. It depends if you really want to get into that story. I don't really find anything wrong with binge watching. This is my speech. I'm running for president. No, I'm just kidding.
Just don't overindulge in binge watching, and I reckon you guys will be fine.
Yeah.
And that's all the time that we have for today. This is That Guy Mo. And make sure you subscribe to his YouTube channel. It is going to be up here. Yeah. And I will see you guys on the next one. Please subscribe so that you can check out the next Past the Vlog. Signing off.
Surprise, motherfucker!